Failed pod sites are the worst. So, what can we do about them and how do we notice that they're happening? Well, let's take a look. Overnight, Tessa's blood sugar sat above her correction range in the blue with positive insulin on board the whole night. That means she needs a basal increase. A light breakfast and volleyball went really well, maybe too well. Then she had lunch, and we ended up having to bolus a lot to get her back down. After she got home from school, we talked about it, and she probably missed about 15 grams. Unconvinced, I took a look at her pod site, and there's definitely some staining sticking out on the tape. Normally, we would leave this pod on for a while so all the insulin that was there could soak in, but I wanted to show you that you can see the staining once you take the pod off. She went a little high with the next meal, but now I knew that the basal change I made in the morning could probably come back to bite us, and sure enough, as you can see here, her basal is a little bit too strong. She continues to drop with negative insulin on board, so I lowered her basal, added a little extra fake bolus to clear out the negative IOB, and now by morning we're looking good. So what should we have done instead? Well, usually when I see a basal increase, I encourage people to take a look at the pod site. But I don't think we would have seen the staining that morning because it was probably a real slight leak. And it wouldn't have been until all that insulin went in for lunch that we had enough insulin trying to go in that a good chunk of it would have come out enough to actually see it. So sometimes you got to wait until you bolus a bunch or you can change it proactively. Either way, it was a pod change, and it looked like she just needed more insulin everywhere. More basal, carb ratio off, the whole thing. Just remember that changes you made that day, and then you find out you have a pod site, you might need to reverse some of those changes once you get a good site in and going. Please follow for more tips on looping and managing with loop, especially with teenagers, because I have one of those.